Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about the wealthiest administration in history. That's the headline. Trump's administration or political team, however it gets phrased, is the wealthiest in U.S. history. That is bringing on some amazing talking points. My personal favorite is that they can't be bought like other politicians. The idea is that they have so much money that campaign contributions won't influence them. I even have this quote. I don't like most of his politics, but I voted for him because he can't be bought. I'm glad he's rich. Now, let's just skip over the massive amount of donations Team Trump took in. Let's also skip over the massive amount of evidence that suggests this isn't true. And let's just pretend like billionaires hit some point where they think, I'm good. I don't need any more money. We're going to forget all of that because I have a much more important question when it comes to this talking point. They can't be bought. Okay, I'll bite. Bought by who? Seriously, who contributes to campaigns to influence politicians to wield the power of government to help them? Who buys politicians? Is it poor people? No, right? It's rich people, really rich people, wealthy people, billionaires. That's who contributes to campaigns like that. By electing them directly to office, you think you're solving the problem. But now, instead of rich people using their money to influence votes to enact policies to benefit themselves, they just make those votes themselves. You're not ending corruption. You're just cutting out the middleman for them. This whole line of reasoning is based on the idea that the very wealthy have control of politicians and get what they want passed through Congress. I believe that's fairly accurate. So, here's my question. If the incredibly wealthy have had the power to influence legislation to make it help the working class this whole time, why haven't they? Because they don't want to. If the billionaire class wanted to make it better for the average working American, they could, and they don't need the government for it. They could simply provide benefits, increase wages, retirement, etc. All the OSHA requirements, all the regulations, they wouldn't need to exist if the very class of people you're talking about just did it on their own. They don't need a government requirement to do it. They have the money to do it on their own. They have the power coupons. Do they do that? To the contrary. Using your own talking point, they influence the politicians they bought to make sure that didn't happen all these years. By electing a super wealthy person, you're not putting somebody in who is immune to corruption. You're putting in the very person who this talking point says is the problem. You just made it cheaper for them to influence policy the way they'd like. They aren't going to vote against their own interest. They aren't the average voter. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.